Don't let their backslidings destroy you. My zeal hath consumed me, because mine enemies have forgotten thy words. Psalm 119, 139. There is nothing more painful than to see those who have made their vows to God and heard his voice and walked in his ways and fellowshiped with you in spiritual things turn away from all that God has spoken to them, reject it, break the covenant, and pull away from the unity that once was between you. The enemies whom the psalmist writes about were not always enemies. Once there was a time when they were friends. They flowed together in the river of life. But the day came when they were greatly tempted, tried, and tested concerning the promises I had given them, and the word which I had spoken to them, and the covenant which they had made. And then they pulled away from you, because they did not have unity in their hearts any longer. Unity comes from two people hearing and accepting the same words that I speak. Disunity comes when one of the two turns off my words because of unbelief, pride, self-ambition, jealousy, or envy. When that one turns away from hearing my voice and flows off on his own way to do his own thing, he becomes an enemy of the true cause, because he is now my enemy, even the enemy of truth. That is why the psalmist called those who had forgotten my words enemies. See, I have given promise and sent my prophets to my people, but they have trampled them under their rebellious and stubborn feet, and have done what they chose. There was a time when once they loved my words to them, and they walked in obedience to them. But when the enemy once sowed tares in their hearts, the tares were able to take root because of the rebellion, because of the jealousy, because of the unforgiveness, because of the lack of pure love and self-ambition, which was already in the soil of their hearts. Then they forgot my word to them, turned away from their promises to me, and broke that covenant which they had made. Once they had left the pathway of truth, where true light shines, it was easy for them to go farther and farther away from the true pathway of life. The farther they went, the darker was the way, and the darker the way, the more easily they went astray, until they were taking one wrong path after another and making one wrong decision after another. Do not let your zeal for me consume you when you see this happens, even to those whom you have loved deeply and with whom you once walked the pathway of light, glory, and humility. The psalmist said, rivers of waters run down mine eyes, because they keep not thy law. Psalm 119:36. There are not many laws. There is one law, even the law of love. If they do not keep that law and thus do not walk in love, they will easily go astray. And when they go astray, how can they still walk with you when you walk with me and keep my law, even the law of love? Weep for the erring ones, but do not let their backslidings consume you.